How's it going, everyone? College Lefty, and in this video I have for you all some ranked seasons gameplay. I recently made it into the division series, so these games will be on Hall of Fame difficulty if we also match up with someone else in the division series. I won my first 2 games of ranked seasons, and I started at 650, so I moved right up to 700s. I'm at 706. We have Clayton Kershaw on the mound against the finest Gerrit Cole, so this is going to be a pretty good matchup. I still have Clayton Kershaw as my ace pitcher. He has been extremely dominant for me throughout the entire season. I think he's the most dominant pitcher in the game still to this day, even though he came out much earlier in the season. Now, for this gameplay, I'm not going to focus 100% on Clayton Kershaw, but to start the game off, I was able to locate pretty much where I wanted to throw each pitch, and that's something that you're going to need. I mean, anytime I'm able to locate early on in the game, I feel like I'm going to be able to pitch a much better game with whoever I have on the mound. But to have Clayton Kershaw out there, it definitely adds a little bit more confidence. When I'm using Clayton Kershaw, I have a shutdown first inning, and usually in these ranked seasons games, I can start from behind. In a couple of these games early on, playing on All-Star, I believe this game is on Hall of Fame. We start the game off with a triple, of extremely lucky play from Yelich out there, got a weird animation. I also got a check swing with runners on first and third, so kind of a interesting way to start this game off. We clutch up here with Chipper Jones. He throws a slider over the middle of the plate. Can still really be effective with Gerrit Cole simply because that slider is coming in 92, 93 miles an hour. We're unable to score from first base, though, with Willie Mays. He got that ball in really quickly with his Willie Mays as well. But Honus Wagner is sending one to left field. Kind of a weird play. I thought he was going to miss this one as well, so I was ready to send the runners with L1, but I had the directional pad ready, or my left stick ready, to send Willie Mays. I also got a pretty bad jump there, so lucky to get in. We don't really break the game open, though. He wasn't afraid to put some guys on in that last inning. We had the bases loaded, only scored 2, but at least we were able to capitalize and get an early lead with this one. Clayton Kershaw, it has been pitching pretty well so far. 16 pitches with 2 outs in the second, and he gets his first base hit of the ball game, his creative player, with 99 speed. So I have to look out for that. That's something that I didn't really notice right away. That was something where I wasn't sure if he was going to take the base, but at the same time, I went with the fastball I had a little bit earlier in the first inning. I went right back to it. He took it for strike 3, and second punch out for Clayton Kershaw. I'm trying to go back to that same pitch. If I'm throwing it inside and outside effectively, then I feel like I can keep him off balance, especially with this off speed. Looking to get the 12-6 confidence up on this pitch, specifically facing the pitcher, and he smacks that one for a double. Ted Williams missed that one in left field completely. It's kind of unfortunate, but nonetheless, it was a hanging curveball, and he did hit it really well with the pitcher. Looking to try and get out of this inning, though. He does have a guy on second there, 25 speed, so it's not really a threat on a base hit or even a sac fly situation to try and advance the runner. Got out of that inning without giving up a hit, so that's pretty big. Later in the game, Chipper Jones, I felt like I got this one. I felt like I squared that one up, smacked it to left field, but maybe I just missed it. Maybe I was a little bit under that. We won't know because there was 2 outs. So we go into the top of the 4th inning, and at this point, this game is pretty much flying by. I mean, not that many pitches have been thrown. We've both been very aggressive. We have hit the ball pretty well. There hasn't been too much action in terms of base hits, but there has been a couple times where we both hit the ball and lined out with good squared up hits. We both have had some pretty good at-bats here and there, but for the most part, a lot of balls in play. We go deep once again here with Pablo Sanchez. He threw the slider over the middle of the plate. It might have been worse feedback than the one with Chipper Jones, but it looked like a very similar swing, just with the higher exit velocity from the creative player. I also have more power on the creative player. He has 115 power from both sides versus Chipper Jones, who has about 105, so there's a difference there. But so far, I have been able to keep the opponent off balance at the plate. We do have the gold bar of confidence with Clayton Kershaw. That's very helpful this late in the ball game. At times, it becomes much easier to hit starting pitching, and at the same time, the opponent went ahead and took out Gerrit Cole, so I felt a little bit more confident that I was going to be able to hit the baseball a little bit better, simply because Gerrit Cole is that good in MLB The Show 19. I mean, he shrinks the PCI size just enough, a lot more than other starting pitchers do, and he also has a really hard slider. So if you're able to locate some of those pitches, he can definitely be effective. He's been able to keep me off balance throughout the game with him, but as soon as he took him out, I was able to get a couple base knocks. I did get robbed right there. Pablo Sanchez grounds out to the pitcher, hit Trevor Hoffman in the leg, but we still have Clayton Kershaw in the game. He's throwing really well, and the only time I'm going to take him out in this situation is if we get the pitcher spot up at the plate and I have 2 guys on or more with a chance to break the game open. Like if I need to go to a bat with a sac fly situation, guys in scoring position with less than 2 outs, I'm definitely going to take Kershaw out simply because I have a well-rested bullpen. I think that I could get the last few outs of this game without him, but I'm going to try and leave him in as long as possible. If I can get that lead without taking him out, then of course I'll leave him in if the pitcher spot doesn't come up. But if you notice that last pitch, even with the gold bar of confidence, even with the maxed out confidence on the slider, I threw that last pitch and it hung over the middle of the plate with good feedback. I went right back to it and he smashes it with his creative player into the gap. Now 99 speed, he's going for third base. Ted Williams picks it up, throws it in to Honus, and that was a pretty quick relay from Silver to Diamond fielding, and we end up getting out of the inning. Even though I gave up that extra base hit on the slider, I still might have been able to keep that maxed out confidence as well as the gold bar of confidence with Kershaw. But anyway, the opponent left in Trevor Hoffman in this situation. We get thrown out here with Babe Ruth as he waddles into third, and he gets thrown out there. But anyway, that was a great opportunity to kind of break the game open. I left in Kershaw, got a base hit with them, and scored the run right then and there. So that was nice. But I also ran myself out of the inning and maybe could have further extended the lead. But anyway, Kershaw's still in the game. 89 pitches in the top of the 8th inning. This guy was definitely swinging the bat, but he was also hitting the ball well. I mean, he got robbed here at times, just like I did. We both had some good input. And here's the situation I was talking about. Bases loaded in the bottom of the 8th inning with Rogers Hornsby. He is my pinch hitter. I went ahead and took out Kershaw, so it won't be a complete game shutout, but I could have very well left in Kershaw for the complete game shutout. I figured, you know what, I have a chance to hit a grand slam with Hornsby or Frank Thomas, whoever I decide to go with, and Josh Hader ends up closing that one out. So we get the shutout. It's just a combined shutout with Kershaw and Hader. In this next game, though, we also have Clayton Kershaw on the mound going up against Tom Seaver this time. This guy has quite a few Signature Series cards. He has the guys on second and third in the first inning here to start it up. He got a couple base knocks after sending me a friendly quit. I don't really know why he sent me a friendly. I'm not sure if he just didn't want to play or whatever happened. He might know about my channel or something. I don't know. I never played this guy, I don't think. So I decided to decline it, and he gets something going in the first inning. But we got out of it, and we also got something weird started off in the first inning in this game. Couple base hits up the middle. One of them hit Tom Seaver. Babe Ruth beats it out with 64 speed, and I have a really good chance to break the game open once again here in the first inning. We got Chipper Jones coming up. I struck out with Ted Williams right before on a fastball up in the zone. I tried to get a check swing, but could not hold up. And if he makes a good throw right there, he throws me out, and that's a double play to end the inning. So anyway, he gets out of it, but I really mishandled that situation. I probably did some dumb stuff. Actually, I definitely did some dumb stuff, and if I would have played that a little bit differently, we might be looking at a 1 or 2-0 ball game. But anyway, he gets something going in the very next inning, but we get out of it. Clayton Kershaw has been very effective for me in this game, and I wanted to include some of the base hits because this game was a little bit more action-packed so far. We have Roberto Alomar up at the plate, 2-2 count, and we get rewarded with the late base hit. So Honus gets a good squared-up hit to start off the inning. We get a late base hit to score him, and that's how the game can go sometimes. He walks Babe Ruth to bring up Willie Mays, and we end up hitting into a home-to-first double play. That is the worst possible situation. And once again, I had an opportunity in that inning, and so does he. Very next inning, he gets something going here, and we get out of it. So kind of an interesting game here. Back and forth, we both have a couple hits. More hits already in this game than in the last game. Chipper Jones is starting this one off with a one-out double in the gap. He's really been hitting the ball for me extremely well. Even on his outs, he's been squaring it up, or at least hitting the ball fairly decent. I haven't really been having too many bad at-bats with him. But finally, I waited back on an off-speed pitch on the lower outer half of the zone and smack it to left field with Lou Gehrig. I had a very similar hit with Ted Williams in the other game, and I felt like this is kind of a similar hit as well. We hit one to left and felt like I waited back on it long enough, maybe off the end of the bat just a little bit, but that's also Roberto Alomar. He doesn't really have as much power. Later in the game, Willie Mays goes deep, and so far in this one, I've been able to kind of swing the bat in each and every inning. I've had something going in each and every inning. I kind of skipped a few innings of Kershaw's work, but he has been absolutely dominating. I wanted to focus on some of the offensive highlights as well, as Honus Wagner sends one to deep center field. That's going to be out of Griffey's reach and a solo shot as well. So we go up 5-0 in this one. Only the bottom of the 5th inning. We have Pablo Sanchez up at the plate. He goes ahead and hits a late base hit down the line, and I felt like I got the bat to it, missed it with the PCI for sure, but the timing may have made up for it. I mean, I was a little bit late, but where I swung kind of was through the middle of the zone. Anyway, Roberto Alomar sends that one to right field, and that actually caused him to quit out of the game. We end up winning that one 7-0, and that's going to do it. We move up to 769. Thank you all for watching this video, and be sure to spend as much time with your family as possible for these upcoming holidays. Peace out, everyone, and have a great day.